Welcome, students, to your wonderful math video of this week here from Wilkie World with your math teachers. Who do we have?
Miss Green.
Coach Gross.
Obviously, it's me. All right, moving on. Today, we will be discussing two-step inequalities. More.
Some more!
But we've already done this.
I don't care.
We gotta do
need
it
a little
more.
extra practice in this. This seems to be something we're slowly getting.
Can we do some with like no negatives? Just
Okay.
Yeah, let's do some with no
we
negatives.
need to build a solid foundation.
Yes, because in equations, guys, equations and inequalities, I'm sorry to tell you this, they're going to follow you to 8th grade. They're going to follow you to
High school.
algebra. They're going to follow you to algebra 2. They're going to follow you to college.
they're going to stalk you.
And there's two steps.
And then next time they're going to be like multi-step, they're going to like increase. It's going to be great. Just know it. Love it. Learn it. You have to.
Coach Gross is happy.
Here we go.
We will be able to solve two-step inequalities by using inverse operations. So it's funny.
It's Halloween. It's Halloween.
Santa. That was Santa Claus.
Happy Halloween, everybody who's watching this on Monday night. All right.
It's not quite Halloween. That's next week.
Halloween is like 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. Moving on.
So we will solve two-step inequalities by using inverse operations. Can I tell you guys something really funny? So
Yes.
you know how we've been using the word algorithm a lot? My kids keep saying we're going to solve them by using an algorithm, and it just makes me giggle.
That's good because we are.
We are. We actually
We
still are
actually
using
are.
an algorithm. Inverse operations is an algorithm. So, just wanted to say that. I think we've lost Miss Newsom over here. We have 13 is greater than or equal to 4x minus 3. So, what is step 1?
You all do it differently than me.
Step 1 would be to get rid of your constant.
Get rid of your constant. So, I'm going to add 3. And then I'm going to add 3 here. What is 13 plus 3?
16.
16 is greater than or equal to 4x. One thing I'm seeing a lot of that you're not doing is bringing this down as you go.
Pumpkin pie.
It's not Halloween yet.
So Miss Green's trying
It's
to
not
show you her
Halloween
pumpkin
yet.
pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Get it? It's a
Pie symbol that
with-
doesn't...
Have pumpkins.
Sure, we'll use our imagination and see the pie symbol out of that. But anyways, back to this equation, or inequality. The one thing I see a lot of you guys doing is you get to this point and you just keep going and you forget to bring it down and create this new inequality down here. Create the new inequality for me.
Show your steps.
Show your steps.
There's 2 steps, guys. We've done the first
one.
step.
And so now right here we'll come in and do step 2, which is to
Get your x by itself.
make your x single.
Exactly.
Isolate that variable. So to isolate that variable, I'm going to divide by 4, divide by 4.
On both.
Whatever you do to
sides.
one side, you have to do to the other. X is greater than or equal to 4. Now when I graph this, you got to remember, graphing. Is that going to be a closed circle or open circle?
It's going to be closed. Why?
Because does it include 4?
It
Yes.
includes 4.
I almost put a 6. So we are going to close in our circle, and then is 4 greater than or equal to 5?
4 is less than 5.
Okay, so that's not right. Is 4 greater than or equal to 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I shade this way?
Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah. so
Yes,
four is
because
better.
x is going to be less than or equal to 4. So 4 is included, and x must be less than it.
Yes.
If you accidentally on your test write 4 is equal to x, I'm counting it wrong.
Yes, because
Okay.
it's not equal.
It's not. It could be 4.
Yeah. But
it could be-
But there's
but is
an
it
infinite
3?
amount of answers. It could be 3. It can be 3.5. It
Negative
can be 3.9.
4.
It can be negative 4. It can be. I mean, it can be.
Oh my gosh, it could be pi.
It could be pi. 3.14. There you go.
Okay,
Here's the next one.
so.
There's a high shrill.
1/2 x.
Sorry, guys. There was a little buzz that just came in. We're good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do this one.
1/2 x minus 3 is less than or equal to 11.
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add 3 to both sides.
Get
Add 3
rid
to
of
both
that
sides.
constant.
Get rid of the constant. Okay, this disappears, turns into just 0. I've got 11 plus 3, which equals to 14. Make sure you bring down your 1/2
x. Okay, now this is where it gets a little tricky. Now, you guys, over here, what did we do to get rid of this 4x? Well, we divided. We divided by the 4 to get rid of the 4. We didn't really get rid of it. It turned into 1.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this operation is multiplication. We did the inverse, which is division. Well, here, we have division. What is the inverse?
Multiplication.
So you're going to multiply by 2, multiply by 2. This will turn into 1, so I'm left with 1x, and then 14 times 2 is 28. Now, am I going to put an equal sign?
No, because it's not equal.
No, I'm not. I need to make sure that I bring down my symbol of less than or equal to 28. So then when I graph it, here's my 28. I need to make sure that I make it solid.
Shade that in because it includes the 28.
Right, and it says x is less than or equal to 28. That means it has to be
Left on the number line.
Left is less.
Left is, I like that.
I used it in class. Left
And
is
I know
Left is less.
in
I
my
like
classes, when we see this, we always say multiply by the
the reciprocal. So if
So-
you write this, it's the same thing.
Yes. So that's where that came from if you got lost in there.
Yeah, my kids, we did a little mini lesson.
Well,
and
my
yeah.
kids, if you remember from the notes, it said on the left side of the page, when there's a
fraction,
fraction, you
multiply-
always multiply by
yeah.
the reciprocal to get rid of it.
Mine saw that too.
Booyah.
So, there you go. Now, this one. Oh.
That's
a
that
lot of you
watch
guys-
out portion.
Yeah, you guys kind of all on the last test went, I haven't seen this.
And you have, 'cause
And you
we tried
have. Now, my thing is, my constant's not really there. What do I have to do first? I can't solve x plus 5 first.
Get rid of your 2.
We
I've
have
got
to
to get
work
rid of this
backwards
2. I
on
got to
this
work
problem.
backwards. So I'm going to multiply by 2, and that's going to cancel these out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to multiply on this side by 2. So I've got x plus 5 is greater than 12. And we can do this green line
And
down
up here, my kids, we got to get rid of that denominator so we can work with what's in the numerator. We have to get rid of the denominator, and since it's down there, multiplying by its reciprocal. So if we pretend this is 1, it'd be 1 over 2. Multiplying by the reciprocal gets rid of our
It
denominator.
doesn't get rid of it. It
turns
Well,
it into 1.
it's transforming it to the other portion, to the other side of the inequality, but it's part of the process.
right,
And
it
so,
turns it into 1. I just don't want you
Yes.
guys to think it turns into 0 because it's not a 0.
right,
not
and they
0.
should know that 2
It's
divided
1.
by 2 is 1.
Yes.
So, but this frees this up for us so that we can work with
Right,
that.
perfect.
So now what do I do?
No, this is just a
What's your
one-step
constant?
equation.
Yeah,
minus 5, x is less than,
it's greater than.
I'm sorry, greater than
7.
7. Then when I graph it, I know you like to put 1. I like to do.
Sure.
So, is my thing going to be filled in or no?
No.
No.
No, because 7's not included. 7 is not an answer to the
X is
equation.
greater than
or
7.
the
That means
inequality.
it cannot be 7.
So, is 6 greater than 7?
No.
No, is 8 greater than 7?
Yes.
So that means I need to shade this way.
Yes.
Right.
It's greater. It goes to the right.
Okay, now I said no negatives, but I have to do 1. Just
That's
1.
fine. Just a review.
Just a review, because of the fact that when you multiply or divide by a negative, something special happens.
And we need to remember to do that.
Right.
This is the fun one. Okay, are you ready?
This is fun. I love it.
So much fun. Okay, so first the same steps as the other two problems that we just solved. We first have to get rid of our
Constant.
All right. What is our constant here, Miss Green?
1.
1. So the opposite of positive 1 is negative 1. Bye bye. That sign belongs to this guy because it is in
Yes.
front of it. If you forget that, it'll be detrimental to your answer.
Yes.
I'm sorry, detrimental.
It'll be bad for your
word.
answer. I'm so sorry. I know.
Using this big
Feeling scholarly. Okay.
Scholarly.
So
Enough with the big words.
I'm sorry. Okay, so that cancels out. We bring down the rest, our sign, and our other side of the equation. So now we're stuck with the second portion of the 2 steps. In this case, we're multiplying again. It's negative 2 times our variable. The opposite of multiplying something would be to divide by it on both. I'm sorry, my kids usually say both. Sides. Sides. Okay, good. Okay.
Make sure that
now,
you bring down that negative also.
yeah, this is important. This negative belongs to this value right here. So when you divide to separate these two values, you have to bring the negative down. Now there's something funny about dividing.
by the negative. And now guys, be careful with this. When you divide by this negative, so this number has the negative on it, not this one. When this number has the negative, your sign's gonna flip.
What does that mean? Flip?
It's gonna go the opposite.
It's going to eat the other way,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I've seen a lot of kids who have seen -6 divided by 2, and they're like, oh, I flip it. Only if you're actually dividing by the negative.
In other words, if you wrote your negative on both sides, whether you're multiplying or dividing, that's when you flip it.
Yes.
You see the change. It was open towards that side. Now it's open towards this side. What is 6 divided by negative 2?
-3.
Negative 3. Okay, so that is our answer. Now let's evaluate our answer. Let's put it on the number line. We have negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, negative 4, and negative 5.
I never read any of that stuff.
So-
I always do.
X is greater than or equal to negative 3. So I already know I'm going to start at negative 3, and I can go ahead and draw a circle because I don't know if I'm going to straight it in or not.
We should
Am I going
shade it
to?
in because it's equal to.
So that means it does
How do we know it's
include
equal to?
because of
it's
this
got that
line right here.
I'm totally pointing on top of the camera, by the way.
I know. Just, yeah. I'm trying to get you here, okay? So it's obviously includes 3 because it could be equal to, and X is greater than 3. Greater, hello, is right on the number line. So you would shade this way.
Awesome. I
Awesome.
think we're good.
I
think
hope
we need
we're
a
good.
smiley face, and I think we are out for the day. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
And it's not Halloween. I'm sorry.
Peace out.
Next week.